And there we go. Hello, crafters. I'm Big D. Little D's quickly finishing eating his food.
Hi, everybody. I'm Little D. Sorry. Hi.
And we are into Taco Tuesday. I am trying to get ready for a tournament.
And I was finishing reading up the Kill Team core rulebook.
So I got a bunch of big crazy stuff going on. And what's up with you?
We finished another session of Dark Heresy. That went well. A lot of fun stuff. Be going over some notes for next session. We're gonna need some Necromunda figures for it, but because they're going to a hive world this session, which will be fun. They got to kill some Cogboys and some Necrons. It was a good time.
Yeah, it's all right.
The Commodore has arrived. Yeah, tonight's a little quiet.
Not a lot going on overall either. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean,
Commodore's right. You guys did fight Chaos Spawns too.
yes, we did.
Well, you guys fought Chaos Spawns, and the Death Watch fought Necrons.
Yes.
That was a fun time. No, but everything's good so far. I'm trying to think. We're getting close to the point where I'm going to have my first paycheck and be able to start working on my Chaos Space Marine army. I do have a few models.
A few.
We got the Cultists of the Abyss box from Blackstone Fortress that I'll be using for some of my cultists. And the Dark Apostle. And that I'll be using for my army. And the goal is by the time, eventually, long-term wise, with this army, I'm going to, as I've been talking about, take each of the Space Wolves characters, each of the named Space Wolves characters, and cast them up to fill different HQ slots for my Chaos Space Marines army, which will be fun. It'll be a lot of kit bashing, and it's something I'm very new to.
And although I do say awful, terrible things to him when we're not on camera about it, I'm actually very excited for him doing this because this is what got me. This is what got me interested in the hobby. To be bluntly honest, it was stuff like this.
I'm also looking to run a narrative, a narrative 40K game or 40K campaign on Tabletop Simulator involving a few of my friends and Dad over here, which will be fun. With 5 players, I think it's a good number. I might have a 6th. We'll have to see whether or not their schedule works out. But, we'll have, a narrative campaign that I'll be running. I won't be playing in it, but I'll be refereeing and giving the missions and setting up the missions for other people to use. That's coming up relatively soonish. Not like soon enough, like next week we'll be playing, but once I have my computer setup fixed, the plan is to get right into that. I'm gonna write up some of the missions over the next few days. Just a few of them, probably like the first and second mission I want for for everybody, and have people build lists for each one. I've got to help one of my friends who's very new to 40K sit down and kind of understand the rules. He wants to run Imperial Guard, and I've got to help him figure that out with a training game. Gonna probably run Genestealer Cults, let him, beat up on that, to help him learn the game.
He's playing Imperial Guard?
Yeah. He understands we're not in the best place right now, but, let's we'll play an army that's even in a worse place for his testing mission.
Fair enough.
Let's see. We've got a Necron player. We've got a Raven Guard player. We've got and a Death Guard player. My dad's still not sure what he wants to play for it. We've talked over a few armies. Because we have 5 players and we already have 2 people going Imperium, I have suggested it not being Imperium army.
And since I don't actually have to paint and build the models, that opens up a lot of freedom for me.
Yeah. Because Tabletop Simulator is great. Like, if you can't get in contact with people, get in physical contact with people, or you're trying to, stop yourself from getting caught up in the pandemic, or even just your friends are far away, Tabletop Simulator is a great tool for 40K gameplay. And for other war games too. I know they have some Age of Sigmar content on that is on the workshop. I know Flames of War is on there.
That's kind of cool.
The Song of Ice and Fire war game is on there.
Nobody plays that.
Shut up. There's a large Warhammer Fantasy, old Warhammer Fantasy gathering on there. And from what I've heard, there's also a 30K Discord that's very active for that stuff. So all a bunch of cool stuff. And plus, it's not just for wargaming. You could do any number of things. I know someone who runs a D&D game off of Tabletop Simulator, although it sounds like hell to try and set up each session. And I know a few people who do some other stuff, and then just board games. Let's say a few months ago, I played. You remember that old monster board game, where the Hollywood monster board game, where there was the giant floating eye and the Godzilla analog.
Oh, I remember that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, they have that on there.
Oh, that was cool.
They have Heroescape, and then there are the paid ones, which you can buy from Tabletop Simulator, Zombicide. You can just buy Zombicide, as the Tabletop Simulator game.
And so that's already got all the little engine pieces that officially created. So
it's $15.
Yeah.
And you get all of Zombicide on it. And funnily enough, it makes it cheaper to play a lot of board games too. It takes some time getting used to. Tabletop Simulator is not an easy thing to use, but it's easy enough that you can, with a little bit of work, you can get whatever you want out of it, really. There's a little while where Games Workshop was going after Tabletop Simulator because, people were making 40K models on it. But luckily, that stuff got dropped.
Well, because it's not official, and that's the whole thing. They're not. Tabletop Simulator is just a game. What other people do with it, that's their problem.
Yeah. Plus, it's funny. Some of the guys who do the 3D modeling on Tabletop Simulator also sell STLs of those same models. So that's a whole thing in of itself. All in all, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking to run the campaign kind of primarily 40K, but maybe a little bit of Kill Team here and there. Just to, spice things up and learn the new edition. Because it would be fun to run small Kill Team matches as part of the narrative overall. I'm not going to be using the Crusade rules because I just don't feel like micromanaging everything, because that's not really the point of the campaign and the story I'm going to be telling. But there will be a few Crusade elements I pull out, like certain relics and hey, if you succeed on this mission, your army can have this Crusade relic essentially. And I'm also going to work with players to design a battle map for their headquarters. So say if someone goes after the Raven Guard stronghold on the planet, we'll have a battle map set up for the Raven Guard stronghold. I think that kind of stuff is really cool. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds cool. I'm right with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm literally kit bashing as we speak. I'm letting the boy talk because I have a freaking tournament in 4 days, and I have to get...
Because he always leaves things the last minute.
No, because my list got fucking crumped.
You won against the first guy.
Yes, I beat Tau with Space Wolves.
Yeah,
hey Al, how you doing?
Yeah, I think that's the thing I'm most excited for is sitting down with the Imperial Guard player and saying what would you say your Kriegers would have as a base of operations, and stuff like that will be fun. We'll be able to design an actual battle map, and give a little bit of defender advantage because that's kind of the point. But it'll be a good way, say there's a mission where a relic gets taken that someone else wanted. If they go, hey, could I try and steal that relic? We might have a 1 or 2 matches, which is that attempt of a campaign against that faction, stuff like that. I want to work with everyone in the narrative campaign to let them make choices with their factions. I might even I've been considering setting up a planetary map and writing up territory boundaries and oh, this faction owns this territory, and then you guys do that. I think that would be kind of cool. Well, that's a little bit of a long-term thing. I don't know if I'm actually going to go through with that, but it would be fun to create a overall territory map of the planet. I don't know. What do you think, Dad?
I think for somebody who said they're not going to do all that micromanaging paperwork, you just said you're going to do all that micromanaging paperwork.
Well, there's a difference between
you and I disagree on that one right there.
Paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
What I am looking at more so is the idea of okay, let's say there's a map, there are 30 regions. Just broad term, these regions have different effects. Like, say you're in the snow region, you might get like blizzard debuffs and stuff.
Oh, so like the stuff you and I talked about for the narrative campaign I'm trying to piece together.
Yeah, and like have an actual map where people can take territories and build stuff in those territories so that in the future, when that territory is attacked, they can go, oh, well, I have these fortifications set up.
My man, Pale Orc.
Like, well, you wouldn't normally run, say, some fortifications in your list. Oh, well, this is the territory I own, and I set up these fortifications here. Now, there's reason for you to actually have buildings and structures and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
I think it's cool, too. I didn't say otherwise.
And making a map is not going to be very hard. I can crack out a planetary map on Incarnate in like an hour.
Okay. Well, that'll be cool to see then. Sorry, trying to find a pair of of lightning claws that don't look janky together.
That's fair.
So like I said, that's why I'm letting the boy kind of do some shining tonight, because my initial list got crumbed. I beat the Tau player I was playing. I was expecting that. It was a matter of how well I would do against him. And that was what we were talking about. The whole reason I got the games in this weekend was to learn some of my tech and refresh my rules, because my wolves do some weird. The drones are good. I've got them right here. I just got to assemble them, and as soon as I assemble, I'll get you some pics for them. Again, been kind of crazy busy on getting this tournament list put together.
And he likes the Grot tank. I know that much.
Yeah.
He was talking about it like the other day, like showing me the Grot tank. It's real cool. Let's see.
What's going on in the world of Warhammer this week?
Is there anything?
Yeah, but it's all Age of Sigmar, which we care about. We like Age of Sigmar.
Oh.
The Auric War Clans.
Oh yeah.
And the Stormcast are getting their book on pre-sale this weekend. And a whole lot of new models, including the Lord Incanter on Griffin, or that Griff mount that was available in the Soul Wars box. It's never been available as a lone figure before.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to be available now as a lone figure, which I already got 2 of them, so I'm cool with it. But it's a great figure, and if you didn't get Soul Wars when it was available, I feel bad for you. So this is a good chance to get a hold of it. If you're in the Milwaukee area and you want to get your hands on a copy of Soul Wars, I might know where there's a couple copies still lying around.
There is another thing when it comes to Warhammer we have to talk about.
What's that?
And that was Warhammer Plus. A follow-up to last stream.
Oh, yeah.
When we saw what came out the day after.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it. I'm still not impressed. We got 1 episode of animation and a single battle report, and then a painting tutorial. The painting tutorial I really liked. Even though I don't really paint in that style, because it's just too much work for me. The painting tutorial was great. But I'll say I really didn't like this episode of the animation. I thought it was like the action was too clunky. Like, there were a few cool things, like how they showed the Gene Stealers and the Gene Stewart cults in that like episode, but the action was so slow and clunky, and that's not how Space Marines like. It didn't feel like Space Marines fighting. It felt like, I don't know. Yeah, too much shaky cam is the other thing, and like cutting and like I didn't like the camera work, and I really didn't like the animation style. I did like some of the stuff on the ship, and I liked like the ship itself. I thought some of the stuff on the ship was cool, but everything involving the Space Marines, I was kind of like, until the very end when we get like the Death Watch dude explains like what they're facing. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. They have that in, but like other than that, it was kind of meh. And it was one episode.
I will admit the one episode I found disappointing. The fact that there wasn't a Hammer and Bolter episode, was disappointing.
I really wanted another Hammer and Bolter episode, especially after that the old Bail Eye episode,
which was really, really good.
And the battle report was fine.
I liked the battle report. We screamed at it a lot.
That's fair. It was fine.
I mean, we did scream at that battle report a lot.
Yeah, but it was less screaming and excitement and more screaming like, God, that's so dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that dumb thing. You're doing the dumb thing. Stop doing the dumb thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to spoil it, but like, there seems to be a difference between the people who are really good painters and the people who are really good at the game itself. Because there are some really, really good painters.
Some amazing figures.
And then the guy who isn't necessarily focused on being a painter.
But his stuff still looks amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it doesn't. Like, I think his stuff still looks amazing. But there's definitely a difference in play style. And it's not bad. Like, I don't think it's bad. They were having fun. That's good. That's what I want out of a battle report. But it was okay. Like, it was very clean. It was very clean. And I did like how clean it was and how well put together the battle report was. Like, everything they have on the sides, all like...
A quality report.
Yeah. But I still think I would rather, like, watch an episode of a battle report by most other battle report channels. And they put out more battle reports. Like, let's just say Tabletop Tactics reliably puts out like 4 a week, 2 on their YouTube channel and 2 on their paid service. And then they have all their other content too. And yeah, like, not everyone likes those super long episodes. I like super long episodes because I like to like let them play in the background or like put them on to sleep.
See, and here's the thing. I love 40 on 40.
I do like 40 on 40.
I love 40 on 40. I think those are the best battle reports on the internet.
I agree.
And yeah, it was fun. It definitely wasn't as good as a 40 on 40.
And that's kind of the opinion I have about all 3 battle reports so far. Because I did go back and watch the Age of Sigmar one. While you were at Wormies, I believe.
Okay.
And it wasn't bad, but it wasn't... I had fun with it, the ones we watched, because I was watching it with you, and we were reacting to it. But, like, just watching it, it was kind of
It was kind of
Yeah. The battle reports were kind of They weren't bad. They weren't great, either. They were They were good. Like, I think the best of the 3 battle reports, I'd almost say I enjoyed the Orcs versus Blood Angels the most out of the 3.
Yeah, I'm not that far off with you on that one.
I think that was a fun match, and I think the two people in that match were having a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that was the important part, is that they were interacting and having fun. And, like, I think that was kind of my issue with the first episode, the Ultramarines versus Necrons, is the environment felt kind of sterile.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, it just... But, you know, to each their own. I mean...
And the paint tutorial, like I said, was great. Like, there's nothing negative to say about the painting tutorial other than I'm never going to use it. And that's not a negative for them. That's a negative for me. I can't. I could not imagine myself putting that much work onto a figure's painting.
No?
No, not really.
No? Not really? Come on, Ray.
I don't know, man. The painting isn't what I enjoy out of it. It's fun sometimes,
How dare
but
you?
it feels tedious.
How dare you?
You know, to each their own. Okay. It's not about being hard. And it's about it being time consuming.
Ray wants to get his figures on the table and playing.
Like, look at my arts. The moment they were all out, they were painted within the week.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I really like their paint scheme. I really like how they came out. I really like how they look. And they took maybe 3 hours to paint all of them in total.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
See, that, Pauline, is why I don't play Imperial Guard anymore.
Oh, Imperial Guard is so easy to paint. Oh my god.
I don't want to need a magnifying glass to figure out how to hit all the fine detail spots.
Well, that'll be fine when you get old and you have to wear magnifying glasses for everything. You realize,
No, I'm going to take good care of my eyes.
says the guy. No, I'm not going to get into that. What you do up in the dark recesses of your room.
Anyway, but all in all, that's all I've got to say about all that. I'm really excited for the narrative campaign. I'm really excited for how that's going to turn out. I do need to get in contact with that possible sixth player. If they don't have interest, I might see if I can try and find a sixth from people we know. Just because I would like to have an even number of players.
Well, if you can't get 6, I won't play. That's fine.
That's not what I mean.
No, that's fine.
It's just hard because I don't want to be like, okay, you two have a battle, you two have a battle, you don't get a battle.
Just wait to have to use magnifiers to paint everything. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to assemble a figure, and I'm going, where are my glasses? I'm having a hard time seeing just the basics here. Trying to assemble my new Wolf Lord. Because this new list I'm working on. So I'm going to a store I've never been to before. But it's in... I have a good friend that knows the owner. And it is apparently the same store that... if you're familiar with Uncle Adam at Tabletop Minions, it's the primary store that apparently he hangs out at. So it's cool. But it makes me wonder what kind of player base.
It's just all Drukhari.
Yeah, it makes me wonder.
It's just pure Drukhari. You get there, it's like 6 tables of Drukhari, and then a table of
the one Tau player that refuses to give up.
No, it's not a Tau player. You don't know what it is? It's a Gene Stealer Colts player. a singular Gene Stealer Colts player.
We'll be like, I'm sorry, bro.
And then he beats you.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, bro.
The Gene Stealer Colt player goes 5-0.
If I'm not on the table, you can't shoot me.
Oh man, they FAQ'd a new objective for Gene Stealer Colts. It's every round.
I win.
You have a unit off the table. You generate 2 victory points per unit.
What do you think? I just like the old version.
Yeah,
The old version jump packs more than the new version jump packs.
Oh, that looks fine. I like it.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna crack out that map on Incarnate.
No.
Probably not tonight, but maybe Saturday.
Okay. So you were reading over the kill team rules.
Yeah, they seem fine. I don't dislike them. I don't know how to feel about them. They seem interesting. The new fighting mechanics are weird.
How so?
So when you roll to attack, say your unit has 6 attacks, or your guy has 6 attacks and the enemy has 4. You roll that many d6s. And then you go one by one, like back and forth, declaring either a die to attack or a die to parry. And a die to parry removes an enemy, one of the enemy's hit dice. A die to attack does damage. But only dice that meet your weapon skill or are higher. Basically, only dice that would be hits. So, like, if you have, like, a 2-up weapon skill, like, your 1s aren't going to connect, but everything other than that will. And then you can't remove a 6 without using another 6. So, like, a 6 is a critical hit, essentially. So, if you roll a 6, it can only be removed by a parry die that is also 6. It's not bad, it's just weird.
Actually, the old jump pack doesn't look bad on them either.
You mean the new jump back?
Yeah. Old, new, whatever. What's your language?
Dweeb.
So, yeah, we want to try and get some kill team in. The rules are a little different.
Which is why I'm worried about mixing it with 40K.
What do you mean?
Like, it's an entirely different rule set to 40K. So it does feel a little weird to try and mix with you. But at the same time, I'm the same person who wanted to run, like, have Battlefleet Gothic and Aeronautica in a narrative campaign. So I don't know.
You're just a glutton for punishment.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be hard on Tabletop Simulator. You could easily run literally any of the 40K games. Hell, there's a group of people who run Mordheim.
That's because Mordheim was a great game.
Yeah, on Tabletop Simulator, there's a whole bunch of people who run Mordheim on it.
Well, I mean, it's just a table that you can pretend to put, terrain on and you run figures around. And that would be actually pretty easy to run Tabletop Simulator on.
Yeah, Battlefleet Gothic is the same way.
That's a game I miss.
What?
Battlefleet Gothic. It's a fun game.
You played the video game?
No, I have not. I heard the video game is basically similar to the old board game. So
it's very good.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's very good.
Well, the board game was excellent, so I would hope so.
Yeah. But essentially, what I'm planning on doing is like take some inspiration from Dawn of War with this, and I'm kind of excited about it. Let's see.
So you mean run a game, then run a sequel that everybody loves, and then run a third game and everybody hates it?
Oh, fuck up. I mean, Dawn of War 2 is not bad.
That's what I said. Dawn of War 2 was great, and then the second sequel, Dawn of War 3.
Dawn of War 3. Okay. Dawn of War 3.
It's terrible.
It's not terrible.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not Dawn of War 1, and it's not Dawn of War 2. It's its own.
No, obviously, it's Dawn of War 3.
That's not what I mean. You know what I mean. It's like saying Warcraft 3 is not World of Warcraft. They're two separate games. It's not terrible. Listen here, you. You don't know what we're talking about.
So we're gonna try and get through some Kill Team rules this week, so that maybe we can try and play a game this weekend after I get back from the tournament.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I've got to figure out my Chaos Boys. I've got to sit down with the compendium.
Well, we'll probably sit down with just some basic rules, play some basic rules to understand the game, and then
No, I'm going to build my compendium. My fucking...
Oh!
I need to play my Chaos Boys!
No, you don't. You don't even know how to play the base game.
Shut the fuck...
I'm not wrong.
Shut the fuck...
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but you don't have the Kriegers anymore.
I don't need the Kriegers. Just use my Imperial Guard. Look. They're Kriegers in disguise. They took their masks off.
No.
I can breathe?
No. No. I run my Chaos Space Marines. And you don't hit me.
I would not hit you.
You have done it before.
I've not.
You beat me.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
Well, only because you deserve it.
You're a rude individual.
I'm terrible, I know.
You're awful.
I'm the worst ever.
That's fair. It's accurate too.
All right. So, unfortunately, it's kind of a slow week for 40K. I mean, I've been so busy with laid down a base coat on the painting commission I have. I'm doing gloss because I'm doing an oil wash on them, and then I'm gonna mat them down and do the rest of it. We'll do the detail work, then oil wash, then mat it down. Because it's actually, oil washing is actually so much easier to do than actual normal washing. So it's a pretty cool looking model. Put it over there. Stop being a jerk.
Play it like an instrument.
You know, if you turn your head sideways and I blew across your ear, people would just hear, "Ooh."
Shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
You meanie.
Yeah, that's me.
You meanie. You're so mean.
I am mean. I'm so
You're
mean.
so mean to me.
So it's weird. I mean, talking about competitive play, talking about playing the game. I've been looking at a lot of wolf lists and looking at what units have synergy together and looking at how other units play against each other. And what?
No, nothing.
Ow! Ow! You're gonna talk.
I said it. They suck.
Trying to figure out how they play against like certain armies, so trying to figure out what I need in them. And it's really interesting because there are combinations of units and combinations of abilities that I've never thought of together that work really well and really synergize well off each other. Plus the fact that there's some list builds that are taking base warlord abilities out of the base book, which is what I'm looking to do with my guy and making him an absolute monster machine on the table. What did you drop?
I don't know.
Why would you do these things? You touch things and you lose them.
No, it's like a piece of a dreadnought.
Like a piece of a dreadnought. Great job.
Found it. Wait, I think I lost it again.
I love my son. I love my son. But yeah, no, all seriousness. Looking at units in kind of a new way, looking at armies, looking at army building in a new way, it's been good. It's been really good because it's really got me looking at armies in a very different way.
Okay.
Because I mean, you have to kind of construct, especially when you go into a place where you don't know the meta. You kind of got to walk into the area and go, I got to be able to take on anything that comes out.
This is a cool model.
Yeah, that's the captain that comes with his girlfriend, who's a Sister of Silence.
Oh,
I laid his base coats down and never got back to him. I got a lot of projects I got to work on.
that's cool.
That's the girlfriend, I think.
She's tall.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, keep going.
You're digging through my stuff, and you know how much it drives me insane. That's why pieces are missing.
Pieces are not missing.
Stop. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. Because you must dig in things. Give me your hands. Give me your hands. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. It's not allowed. Other hand goes on top of the hands. Yeah, and the problem is I'm trying to get all this stuff done while I'm trying to finish up my big commission, and I'm trying to get to that while I'm doing my secondary commission. I'm trying to clear room because I've kind of got to critical mass in here. I got to get things out of the way so I can get projects done.
Okay. Tina.
No.
This no. This is the problem. He's going to a tournament, and my dad is a very competitive person when it comes to his wargaming, and his gaming a little bit in general, but generally his wargaming. He is a competitive individual. He's not like an asshole about it, but he is competitive.
I'm not. If I was going to be an asshole about it, I would turn around, get no sleep, and just get my mechanic is completely painted up and ready to go, and
shoot everyone else out of
and just blow everybody off the table. No, it's all good. It's just I don't have to know the meta, but the problem is of not knowing the meta at all. You know, it's like I don't know what to expect up there.
It's going to be Ultra-Kari.
And so that's why I've got to build like an all-comers army, which is why I was welcome to anybody playing whatever they wanted against it while I was trying to test it out, and made me realize my list was garbage.
So I mean, against Iron Hands, but who knows? It might
against any vehicle army, it would have been garbage.
Yeah, but who's running vehicle armies right now?
Drukhari.
They're not running vehicle armies. They're running raiders.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7 raiders.
Yeah. You smash them off the table.
Right. So, yeah, no, it's all about playing what I want to play with. And that's the whole thing. It got me thinking about, well, what would be fun to play together? And then it's like, well, I need a couple things to make my army rounded out. And that's why I'm trying to build a new lord, a new equipped lord for my wolves, and finish up a couple of the wolves that are 99% painted. Just need to do some quick details on them and put them on a fancy base, and boom, they're done. In that same time, I have to crank out a display board.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I'm a terrain god, so that'll be nothing to do.
Okay.
I've already got the pieces cut, dude. I'm already ready to go. So, okay. Why? Why are you like this?
What do you mean?
Why are you like this? Why are you such a Debbie Downer?
I'm not a Debbie Downer.
You are a Debbie Downer.
I'm just giving you shit.
I know. And you make me want to stick your head in a truck in a giant Chinese finger puzzle and just let the truck go.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Stop being rude to me.
Oh.
This is abuse.
No, abuse would be me actually striking you or actually doing these rebel things to you. Like
You're-
gluing your hands to your head.
You're abusive.
Just gluing your hands to your head, so you have to walk around like this all the time. Ah!
But I have enough like hand and arm strength that I can pull them off. You, on the other hand,
Not if I super glue them to your head.
You, on the other hand, would be
And
stuck.
I wouldn't want you to stick those fingers and intertwine them in your hair because then you'd come back stumpless. Because that Brillo pad of mop that eats brushes.
I don't eat brushes. You're the one who fucking
Your hair eats brushes.
sucks them down. It's like
It's called licking a brush. It's something a good painter does. Why do you want to be like this? Why must you be like this? Why? Why are you like this to me? Why are you so mean? My son is mean. I hate him.
oh man, oof.
Oof.
That's oof.
Oof.
Oof, 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 oof.
Oof. Oof. Yeah, that's it.
Oof, oof, oof. You shut up. You bald ass motherfucker.
Yeah. Watch your language.
What?
What is wrong with you? Why must you curse so much? You give me a sad.
You're
You
one
give
to
me a
talk.
sad.
You curse all the time.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
I'm a
I
saint.
got it from you.
Look at me. I'm a saint.
You're not a saint. Okay.
Saint Adrian.
Okay. Aerodynamic. What? All I'm saying is he's a bald ass.
Yeah, I got a lot of projects and I got to get through them. I got to start getting through these and get them out of here. I had a bunch of figures I just managed to get built and just took them all to Quinn's just to get them out of the house, to get them out of the way of the line of fire.
That's right.
My life is insane.
You're fine.
I had to go to a doctor this morning. Just tell me I'm allergic to my skin. It's awful. So, I really don't know what's going on. I mean, the last couple of weeks have been really short, content. There's just not a lot really going on. I mean, real life has been busy. Work's been busy. With you working, you don't have as much time as you used to screw around all damn day. So,
Which sucks. But I have money.
groom that beard, ZZ Top. Yeah! Yeah, his woman wouldn't want that. She wants at least something remotely attractive about him, so.
Oof.
Oof.
All the hair from the rest of him went just to his chin.
Oof. Do.
Commodore's gonna call me in like 15 minutes. Be like, "You want to talk shit, bitch? You want to talk shit?"
All right. So, what else is going on? You've got that narrative campaign. I've been working out numbers on my narrative campaign. I have a tournament. We're trying to learn Kill Team. What do you guys want to talk about? What's going on in your life in the world? Oh, that's these things. God, why are you messing with them? That's the drone. I'll call you now.
Try me. I have my phone up right now. We'll have a 3-person stream. One moment.
No, do not. All right. I think we've lost the plot here. I think we've lost the plot. We got to put together some content because you're just the worst ever.
I would offer for you to record the tabletop simulator games.
We can do that.
But I don't know.
We have to do it with commentary. We could do it like an old man game. And there is Wolf.
No, I don't want to like drop my players into that. That's a bit much.
Why would he do something so stupid? Well, have you met them before? What? I'm just saying. I'm not saying anyone specific. I'm not specifically pointing at any one of your friends as being a failure. I'm just talking in general.
Terrain Commission. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to bug me about his terrain commission, which he knows that I know about. And he knows I'm working on it. And I've shown him that I'm working on it. But you know what? He's a salty bitch.
Yeah, but he is a Imperial Fist player. So, comes with the territory.
You did lay out a plan for that.
Iron Warriors, Imperial Fists, they're basically the same thing.
I mean, that's true. You did lay out the plan, which I threw out the window. I should have thrown you out the window. You would hurt me less. You injure my soul, woman.
You throw her out the window, and then she wouldn't be able to get back up. Like, my back.
Oof.
I can't move.
Oof. Don't talk mean about her. She's a lovely woman.
I can talk as much shit as I want.
I've seen one video on your channel. Oh.
What?
A lot of people were talking about this orc thing. We're wondering why they didn't move it to October.
Mm-hmm.
To finally have a decent Orctober again.
The gate? What do you mean the gate?
Okay. So they were saying if they're going to do orcs in October, why are they doing them now? Because this is a perfect example to do September and drop some town stuff now. Because town waiting for years for stuff.
Ugh. Oh look, we're going to get more battle suits. Okay.
Maybe they'll get a new melee troop.
Yeah, it'll be a type of battle suit.
No, it'll be a big Kroot.
No, it won't be.
It'd be like on a 40mm Kroot.
They haven't No.
Okay. I know you're not big on the Tau.
It's not.
No. Let me get to my point where it's getting to. If any army was going to be next,
It should be Guard.
You really think Guard should be next?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, Guard pretty much are next at this point. We already know that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we just got those Krieger models. It feels like it's building up to flip from orcs to Guard.
Okay.
And I want a bunch of new Guard models. Maybe like a new type of vehicle. That would be cool.
Being another something we can't field?
Like a fast attack vehicle.
A fast attack vehicle would be nice.
Like bikers or something.
How about they just give us back our Rough Riders?
Yeah.
And give them new models.
Rough Riders would be cool.
And then maybe
but they just move Rough Riders to Legends.
Yeah, which says that they have no intent on bringing Rough Riders back, which sucks. Because Rough Riders are a fun and unique model.
Yes. Which one of the people in the narrative campaign might have a list where he's going to run some Rough Riders in it.
We're not playing campaign. I mean, we're not playing competitive, so I don't think anybody will care about that.
Yeah, no, I was saying, like, I'm excited. I want to see him run Rough Riders and be cool. I mean, Krieger models are fine. Honestly, like, what I want is, like, if they're going to do more Krieger models, they need to be able to be modular to other groups, because I and a good number of other people don't have interest in the design of Kriegers. But there are a bunch of people who do have interest in the design of Kriegers. And if they do the whole, okay, well, now we're not going to do Cadence, we're going to do Kriegers, a lot of people aren't going to be happy. And I don't know.
Well, they're not going to cut their own throat and not do generic Guard. I'd like to see them, if they're going to do different attachments, or I should say different regiments, to actually do them with a full set.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think, like, what would be cool is giving each of the big named groups, like an HQ unit, a type of unit, if nothing else. So, like, we'll get Krieger Grenadiers, because that's the Krieger big thing, is Grenadiers and
Rough Riders.
And Rough Riders. And we'll get Cadian Stormtroopers. and Elysian like drop troopers. I don't know anything about the Mordians, so I don't know what they would yet.
Mordian's mail delivery folk.
And you know what they could do? They could do Rough Riders for both Kriegers and Talarn, and then have the infantry guy on top be modular, so you can do either. And then they do the same thing with the Stormtrooper box with Cadian and Kriegers. Because Stormtroopers are basically just Grenadiers. They're the same. Cadian Stormtroopers, or Kazarkins, are basically the same thing as Krieger Grenadiers. So they could do that. Like every 2 regiments gets like a elite unit. And that would be cool. I think that would be cool. Catechins and someone get some kind of special melee unit. Who's another good melee? Like
Nobody.
I thought there was another one that like.
No, there's nobody that's good at melee. The Catechins aren't even really good at melee. They're just not as bad.
They're +1 strength on all of their dudes.
They're still a 50-50 hit at best.
Yeah, and then they're Ogrins.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, anyone with a power fist is rolling strength 8 compared to strength 6.
Yeah, so they could actually wound something if they could manage to hit.
And all their HQ units are cool. I like all the Catechin HQ units.
I don't. You're
all the named characters.
You're getting me wrong. I like Catechins. I mean, I like Catechins. I like Imperial Guard.
I think it would be cool.
It'll be interesting to see how they improve them, because right now, Guard are in a very bad place, and I'd like to see them become viable in more than just a single swarmy build.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem right now, is that the only way you're really winning with them is there's this crazy Mordian, I think it's Mordian build. It might even be a Catechin build, where it's just crazy amounts. And it's just crazy amounts of...
in chat. That's Scott. Yankees.
Oh, I know Nitek. Sweet.
He remembers the
Yeah, nice. Lady Dragon has been painting quite a bit lately. I think we've shown off a couple of pieces over the last couple of weeks. She's got another one that she's pretty much done with at this point, right?
Yeah, I gotta do some tailoring around the
All right, well, let's see it.
black hole.
All right.
And apparently I need to add a couple of hot spots.
So, as you can tell, this is another huge 2 foot by 3 foot canvas.
These for sale. Just throw it out there.
We've been really lucky. You see, this is what happens. She stays in her room all the time, and I never talk to her. Actually have a place here in town that is hosting her pictures, so that if people want to buy them, they're available to buy there. And so it's like, cool, we're getting her art out there. We're trying to get her art out there. It's one of the few things she can do in small bursts while she's getting her back fixed. Now, luckily, that's coming up real soon, too. And then you'll be able to see her lovely face on the channel a bit more.
I'm getting kicked off.
No. We might swap out. Might be weeks I don't want to do it, and let the two of you have it.
Yeah, we're gonna get off topic like 5 minutes in. She's just gonna be talking shit.
You're not wrong. And apparently the woman needs ice cream. My gosh. Whatever. So that being said, we're at the 8:30 mark. Now, I know we've been running till 9, but it's been kind of short. I'm like sitting here struggling to come up with something. I don't want to sit here and just blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to come up with the words, and not really have anything to talk about. So we're going to cut it short this week, but I'm going to try and get some photos and maybe some short clips of a couple armies while I'm at this tournament on Saturday, and then kind of do a tournament overview and stuff that I can talk about interactively. So, got anything else you need to talk about, my boy?
No, I'm good.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Anything you want to impart? Any sort of wisdom? No, you don't have no wisdom. All right.
Card declined.
So, that being said, I want to thank all of you for being with us today. I apologize again for the shorter show, and just it's kind of a deader week. There's just so much going on. We haven't really had time to focus on stuff. I'll definitely, after the tournament, I might even just jump on and do a half-hour live stream. So I'm just talking about the tournament and then try and piece together some footage together. So that being said, I want all of you to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep rolling dice and having fun.
Yeah.
Game on, my friends.
See you, everybody.